Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah. Welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and I'm joined today by my dog. Remember the Kane gang? My dog, New. How you doing this evening?
Absolutely disgusted.
As is, I'm pretty sure, a pretty large portion of the Miami Heat fan base. It looks like the throne room repenting for all my sins. You guys are happy in the chat? I just want to check the tenure of the chat. Are you guys happy with what just happened out there? Because your Miami Heat just went out there and they won the first play-in game 109-90 over the Chicago Bulls to give themselves another opportunity to make the playoffs. And they're going to take on the Atlanta Hawks on Friday for a chance to be the 8th seed and a chance to be in the he said, we own the Chicago play-in. He said, you love the thumbnail. Did I do it myself? No. Anthony Nardo makes the thumbnails. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't even care to check what it is that y'all talk about. But listen, you're right. The Miami Heat do own the Chicago Bulls in the play-in. They won 109-90 tonight in a game that Miami was in control of from wire to wire. I know we had a little mishap in the third quarter where they got outscored by 10. But even then, like at the start of the fourth quarter, you lead the game by 14. And I just think like Miami was just well in control of this game from beginning to end. And it's crazy to see like them fight for this. Want to thank Vibes with being with the 199. Don't know. He said this team is funny, winning when we need to lose. Hey, bro, it is quite an interesting outcome. New, just give me your thoughts on the game, and then we'll talk a little bit about the players and just kind of like the implications of this shit.
I'm tired of this team not doing nothing right. That's literally my only thought from the game. These niggas don't do nothing right.
Not even lose?
Ever. Like, ever. What an embarrassing franchise, dude.
I think what it is like a lot of us kind of like felt the energy. I know Stone in particular has been talking about it. But they felt the energy. That's like it was going to be difficult for Chicago to sweep us throughout the course of the season, but I don't think any of us expected the game to quite play out like this. Like Miami came out firing on all cylinders. Started with Tyler Herro. He started the game 8 of 8. You niggas who talk about an apology, I just read the title of the stream. You niggas will be waiting all night. I will not be apologizing for Tyler Herro because these statistics will be erased by the morning, and none of you niggas will have proof that this ever happened. So get your screenshots now. Get your screenshots now because this shit don't count for nothing. This is news point, and I'm glad she made it because now I will steal it. Playing games don't count towards Nathaniel. These not real stats. This might as well have been a YMC pickup game for all I give a fuck. But we're going to talk about the game that he had, though, bro. 13-19, 38 points, 9-10 from the free throw line.
When y'all don't hear from Anthony DiNardo for the next 6 months, thank that thumbnail. That
thumbnail that y'all like it, brother. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Anthony DiNardo, he got something coming in, motherfucker, now. But yeah, Tyler Herro was really good tonight. The best player on the court by far. Brother man, just kind of like he looked like he had no intentions on losing this game tonight, bro. Do you see this as some kind of like coming out party for Tyler Herro? Okay.
No, don't complete your question. Look, all you niggas who are happy and this game moved y'all, send a super chat for $5 and then leave. Because I'm not going to give y'all what y'all want. There's nothing to be happy about, dog. Like,
Yeah.
There's congratulations. For the second straight year, Tyler Herro can be the best player on the floor in a game that literally does not count in NBA history. This game will none of these stats are real. He scored 38 points and they'll never matter. They don't count toward his season totals. They don't count toward future playoff totals, nothing. Thanks, Haroon Gill. We are negative as F. Thanks.
Yeah, but see, Haroon, bro, this is the problem though. Like, it's not a matter of like whether or not niggas want to be. If people want to be happy about the Miami Heat winning a playing game, feel free.
Watch 5 reasons, nigga.
Feel free. Hey, brother, you can call us whatever you want to, bro. Like, for real. But you in here every night watching us. Like, I'm trying to be civil with you, gang. Like, I'm not really here for violence, bro. But just being honest, like,
Royal, you got a lot to say. Royal, can I send this nigga the link? Come join the show, bro. And since you want to be Mr. Positive, and tell me what's so positive about this team who has the potential, who you could have top 8 lottery odds, and in a very good draft when that's what you need. You need better players, so you aren't depending on Drew Smith next year. That's what you need, and you have the prime opportunity to get that. But yeah, we should be happy for the opportunity to lose to Cleveland in 5 or 6 games, right?
Yeah, like I think that's kind of like the misconception. Y'all can call it negativity because niggas are not happy with the Miami Heat winning a game. But 5 Reasons put out a poll yesterday asking how many we are Heat culture. Shut the fuck up. Like 5 Reasons put out a poll yesterday asking if people wanted them to win this game, and the majority of people said no. People are checked out on this season and have been all year long. Like, several people have told you, like, this shit is not real. Like, this is a fake ass terrible season to be a part of. Fresh Prince, thank you for the $1.99. Don't know. He said they should have to go for the pick. They should have gone for the pick. This team trash. It is. And I think that's the problem that people are not seeing. Like, you're looking at right now, bro, and some people are not looking at this season, bro. They don't have an opportunity to win anything of significance this season. So nobody's going to sit here and, like, fucking dick eat them winning a playing game, bro. Like, shit, cool. Like, if that's what you want to root for, bro.
Bro, Tyler Herro was great tonight, bro. Like,
cool.
If Tyler Herro could give you 75% of that 100% of the time, he might be one of the best players in basketball, but he doesn't give that to you that often. And you know what else? Y'all kill me when y'all be like, hey man, y'all so negative, blah, 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 blah. Your own team has been putting out.
I'm gonna let him cook. I'm ignoring.
I'm not acknowledging for the rest of the night. I'm ignoring it. I'm not. Your own team. Y'all know what the team has been putting out through their media channels. Not that they still believe they could win the championship. No, they just want to make the playoffs so that their pick next year isn't unprotected. They'd rather give the non-lottery pick this year. You know what they told 5 Reasons? And Ethan and all these other people? Yeah, yo, we want that pick to convey this year so that if next year is a repeat of this year, they don't get the pick no matter where it lands. They don't even think they're good enough to win. But I'm supposed to be happy because Tyler Herro scored 38 points in a game that is not going to count in NBA history. Y'all got it, bro.
I look, dog. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and litigate. I'm just gonna talk about this game, bro, and what it means. Like, and what it means is that Miami is one step closer to losing a very talented player in this year's draft. You say is that this show for the last 10 more minutes? No, I'm gonna give you a show tonight, bro. Like, we gonna do the whole thing. Like, but it's just like if niggas gonna come in here attacking us about the way that we view this team and just kind of like what's the best course of action, that's cool. But like I tell y'all all the time, there are many different outlets that will sell you exactly what it is that you want to hear. And I am more than happy to point you in their direction. You can go listen to 5 Reasons. You can go listen to Miami Heat Beat. You can go listen to what's the other one that you be listening to? Locked On Heat New. Like there are several different Playbook Sports might be hosting a thing right now. There are several different outlets that you are free to go listen to, brother. You don't like what we said? Get the fuck on. Like this. That's all I got for you. But as for what we gonna do over here on the basement, bro, we gonna tell you, bro. Like we did not want to win this game. I want that pick. And nothing you say, nobody else say gonna make me do that because I don't believe Miami's best path forward is to sit up here and try to invest in winning anything of significance this season. I think you have that pick right in front of you, bro. You do what's necessary. Oh, y'all talking about my brother? Yeah, I mean, he probably at work or something. I don't know, but like, well, he definitely at work. But if he want to come up here, he will. But yeah, that 11 pick, yeah, it's gone, bro. Like, and I feel like just to kind of pivot back to basketball a little bit. And what this game kind of means, because the stats mean nothing. But I feel like what this win signifies is for sure, because I think Chicago was the bigger hurdle of the two teams that they would have to face. I think Atlanta kind of threw in the towel a little bit last game because they knew they had another game. But because of that, I don't think they're as locked in as Miami is on winning. Amanda Medeiros, thank you for the $2 dono. She said, what's the parameters around the pick? Okay, I'm glad you asked. So if Miami misses the playoffs, right now I think they have the 11th best odds at the number one pick, which they have like 2% odds. But if they were to miss the playoffs, then they'd have those odds, which means that they would get 11 or 11, 9, whatever their lottery falls. If they do make the playoffs, then that pick conveys over to OKC, and we would get our pick for next year. If we keep the pick this year, then our pick next year goes to OKC. So 2026 goes to OKC unprotected, and we get to keep this year's pick. Those are the parameters around kind of like the draft pick situation for Miami. But the reason that we're pro getting the pick this year is because right now Miami has the 11th best odds at the number one overall pick. And something wild can happen with this new draft ordering, like Atlanta jumped from 9 to 1 last year. And so that's something that can happen. You said the 11th pick already gone? No, it's not. Miami has the 11th best odds right now if they miss the playoffs. It's just what it is. But if they make the playoffs, they will no longer be a lottery team. And their pick this year is lottery protected. But anywho, just getting back on topic with the situation with Miami. How confident are you that Miami's probably going to win this game? I know your name says one game left, but after watching Atlanta and watching the way Miami played tonight, is there anything in you telling you that Miami's going to lose this game?
Honestly, I think it's 50-50. This Heat team, both those teams have been inconsistent all year. They could come out and play the exact same way that they played today, or they could lay a stinker. Like, I'm gonna be honest, there were times in this game, like we was in the playback, there were times in this game where they didn't look good. You know what I mean? Like, They started the third quarter, they had scored 7 points or something in like 6 minutes or something like that. Like, it was a very long stretch. It's just a matter of, can the other team do something about it? I don't know. I'm not. I'll literally say it's 50-50. I'm not confident one way or another. They could get blown out Friday. I wouldn't be surprised. They could win big Friday. I wouldn't be. It could go either way.
For sure. They said they got to put number 5. I think they're talking about Dyson Daniels. They got to put Dyson Daniels on Tyler Herro. I think they will, and they did last time, and it didn't work. Like that. Here's a reality that people might not have thought they would get from me. I don't think there's nobody on Chicago or Atlanta that will be hyper effective at slowing down the momentum that Tyler Herro has right now. No, you disagree? Agree?
I don't know, brother. I'm trying to think of the defenders that they have.
Dyson Daniels.
Outside of Dyson. No, I know they got Dyson, but I'm trying to think anybody else that they have on that team that's like a wing defender. Not really, so no.
Yeah, like maybe Terrence Mann, but Terrence Mann only played like 10 minutes. Karis LeVert, he's not really a defender, but
Karis LeVert stinks.
Yeah, Karis LeVert is trash. Jalen Johnson's not playing. I think Dyson Daniels is the only option that they have for Tyler Herro, and that's not gonna work.
It might work. I just don't think it will. But honestly, we've seen history shows that you can survive a hot Tyler Herro game if you're another team. So that's not really the problem. You need to. It's the Davion and the Alec Burks and the Andrew Wiggins. You know, that championship DNA be coming out. That's the things like
that championship DNA. That is disgusting work by you. But I do think that like Miami has let's see. This year Miami split with Atlanta 2-2 in the season series. And I'm gonna go back and just look at some of the box scores. So in that first game, Miami lost 120-110. Tyler had 28, but Jalen Johnson also played, and he had 28 in that game, and they got 26 off the bench from DeAndre Hunter. Neither one of them play for Atlanta anymore. And then in that second game, the Hawks won 98-96. Who hit a buzzer beater? I don't remember. But Andrew Wiggins had 23 points in that game, and they just got double-digit. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They had 6 double-digit scores, including Karis LeVert and Gorgeous Niang off of that bench. And then in the third game, Miami won 131-109. The high score in that game was also Tyler Herro. Tyler Herro had 24, but Davion Mitchell had 20, and Bam also had 20 in that game. So yeah, like, and it seems to be a trend that Tyler Herro has scored big against Atlanta every single time that they fucking played each other, and I just don't think that they're going to do. Yeah, Trae Young had 29 in the last game, and Tyler had 36. So like, I just feel like this whole shit is set up for Miami to go to the playoffs, man, and like, I'm not torn. Like, I don't want them to go there, but at some point, like, don't we have to accept the reality of the situation? Like, yeah, I understand just like they can win the game, they can lose it. But at what point is it like, bro, we probably gonna end up in the playoffs? Is that now, or do you wait till after the next game?
You just gotta wait.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But you know the crazy thing is, man. Like, I'm trying to find the tweet. It's not even about this season to me. But like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if they make this season, they make the playoffs this season, cool. They'll do the same thing they did last season, where they made the playoffs. They didn't really stand a chance, but Heat culture wouldn't let you quit. You know, it's like, I know you answered Amanda's question earlier, but I wanted to give her a little bit more in depth.
Sure.
So Amanda, if the Miami Heat reach the first round, their pick this year goes to OKC. Their 2027 pick is top 14 protected in 2027 to Charlotte, or unprotected in 2028. That is if they make the playoffs. So if they make the playoffs this year, they lose their own pick this year. It goes to OKC. They have their own pick next year, and then their 2027 pick is unprotected to Charlotte for Terry Rozier, a guy who didn't play at all tonight. If not, it goes to them in 2028 if it doesn't convey. If they lose in the play-in, you keep your first this year. Your 2026 first goes to OKC unprotected, and your 2028 first goes to Charlotte unprotected. That is just the disgustingly dim future that you have to look forward to, because these guys can't run a business properly, because they trade away first round picks and expiring contracts like Kyle Lowry for Terry Rozier, dog.
And so we got Golden State's pick this year either way. Hugh, brother, Golden State is in the playoffs. You will be getting Walter Clayton Jr. with that pick, and you will hate it every minute that he's here when he turns into Jaime Jaquez in year 2. But fuck all that. Listen here, pussy. Don't put lies on my just name the fucking post-game show what you're supposed to name it, and make regular thumbnails. All right? You understand? And how are you doing today?
We don't care. We know where you live, and we have your phone number.
Correct.
Keep playing.
I know he works. Talk to me about your feelings when it comes. Justin, what's going on, Kang? How you doing today, brother?
What's good?
And talk to me about how you feeling right now. The Miami Heat just won a play-in game. You're smiling from ear to ear. You can't help yourself. Go ahead, bro.
Belt to fucking ass, man.
Fuck no. Fuck.
Gentlemen, I want you to
Hey, bro, put him back up here. Let him go ahead. Speak to your people.
We here after seeing the most dominating win in franchise history, and we're talking about Terry Rozier. This guy's sitting front row all post game. You know why?
We just saw what?
What happened, New?
You said we just saw what?
The most dominating win in franchise history. Listen to me.
Justin,
I learned something tonight.
Justin.
I learned something tonight.
What did you learn,
Hear me
Anthony Donato?
Tyler Herro was being held back by Jimmy Butler this whole time.
Ugh.
Because let me take you back to a year ago when he played the Bulls.
Y'all can leave. I'll leave.
When I got a Ku Klux Klan member on my page, let me block this Ku Klux Klan member. Nobody's scared of y'all no more. Fuck out of here.
Let them cook. Let them do it. There are people in here who are here for this. All right, let them get their fix.
1 year ago,
Haroon, this is your part of the show, brother. There you go.
1 year ago, the Heat played the Chicago Bulls in a play-in. No Jimmy Butler. Tyler Herro 1 assist away from a triple-double. Today, 38 points on what? 16 shots? You wouldn't know it if you checked Royal Twitter. It wasn't there. You wouldn't know it. But Tyler Herro was absolutely sensational tonight. How many points did Jimmy Butler drop last night? I forget. Was it 38? Let me check real quick. Last night, Jimmy Butler dropped a total of 38 points.
This is disgusting.
And all we hear about is playoff Jimmy. Where's playoff Tyler Herro? I'm starting that tonight. And all this talk about
Nigga, I will end this shit. I swear to God.
I put out a tweet last night saying that he should have paid Jimmy Butler. I was a damn fool. You know why? Because Tyler Herro's better. He is. He's truly better at shooting, at finishing. He was getting to the rim at will. All of his weaknesses were he can't stay healthy, play 77 games. Can't get to the rim, was looking like Kyrie Irving tonight. That game was awesome. And when it comes to a game that finally matters, you both saw the true potential of this team. And I'm going to need someone to clip that when he get their ass kicked on Friday. So,
brother, it's okay, bro. Like, it's cool. I'm glad that you did that for them. And they told, oh my God, we can't start this now. Playoff denial.
Belt to ass, baby.
Miguel, you won't be able to speak for the next 5 years. I'm gonna keep sending that bullshit
No.
in that chat.
Look, no, bro. Like I feel you. I just feel like people today who are celebrating doing victory laps are a bit disingenuous because yesterday I saw the 5 reasons poll, and I know half of you niggas clicked on it, and I know what half of you niggas clicked on.
Blocked. I couldn't see it.
Well, they put out a poll yesterday. They put out a poll yesterday asking whether or not Heat fans wanted the Heat to win this game today, and I think I know for a fact it was more than 50% said no. So every one of you niggas wasn't in here rooting for them to win. Like
I wasn't even rooting for them to win.
That's what I'm saying. People
that pick, baby.
That's what and people still want to pick. The problem is, like, we're going to get bombarded with optimism now because they beat the Chicago Bulls for the first time this season. Like, you niggas watch Bam Adebayo guards Giddey tonight. They put Bam Adebayo on Josh Giddey in the first quarter. All right? Like, you talking about rooting for a loss? You're right. You know what? I might be the first. I want them to make the playoffs. I want y'all to get exactly what y'all deserve. Hell, let's get spicy with it. I also want them to beat the Cavs in the first round. Why not? So y'all can have the team that y'all so rightfully deserve. Look, dog, I don't really know where to go with this show because, like, I feel like we all know what's going to happen on Friday. Some people think that that's an automatic loss. I don't. I think it's a foregone conclusion that Miami's going to beat Atlanta. And you feel the same way?
Yeah, I do. I mean, the difference is though, like I sit here and I have jokingly celebrate the win. I can do that and still acknowledge that this team sucks. The problem with the front office is they will be fooled. They will be legitimately fooled, and that pains me because all a win like tonight really does, truthfully, is fool the front office into running it back next year, which is honestly worst case scenario. Which is why they're also going to win on Friday as well.
What's up, Justin?
First of all, I just want to say appreciate y'all. We almost got 300 viewers. Make sure I hit that like button. Appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Did somebody kick Justin off? I didn't do that.
Nigga, never.
Oh, let's not say never, nigga, because I promise you. But yeah, y'all listen to Justin. Tap in with the folks. Y'all make sure y'all start tapping in with that playback, like live during the game. Like that's where I don't know how much of the conversation is gonna be tailored towards basketball, but it should be fun in there. So y'all tap in with us during the game. Playback.tv/The Basement Sports Network. Whether you want to come and listen, come and join the stage. Lock in with us during this. What is going to be a playoff run, it looks like. I'm not going to lie. I was looking forward to the season being over tonight. I just I'm over it. And I don't think – no, let me ask you this. Like, is there anything that this team can do to kind of like maybe not be happy with the results, but kind of rope in your interest to the rest of it?
No. Like, short of making the finals against a team that's missing their two best players, so like they might have a chance. No, there's nothing they could do.
Herro said the Eastern Finals.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Great for you, Herro. Not for me.
Yeah. Anything that they can do, this is pretty easy. They can win this second playing game and rope your ass back in. But anything that they can do to kind of like re-engage you and kind of like or reinvest you in their chances of kind of making a entertaining run out of this.
Well, to clarify, if and when they do make the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised if they give the Cavs a run for their money. Like, not even trolling, like just because that's what they do is trick everyone.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised if they come and do that. But one thing I will say to put a legitimate positive spin on it.
Sorry, Ant, not to cut you off.
You good.
Miguel, you are 100% right. That would gain my interest.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like when I saw that, I was like, I would be locked in.
I would
be locked in if we got that. I would be locked in, bro. Oh, you said that Sacramento Dallas game about to be crazy. I need to put that on. But go ahead, Ed, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, just to put like a small legitimate positive spin on it.
Yeah.
They were playing a team today that's clearly rebuilding, and they were injured. Same thing's the case on Friday. The Hawks, they traded Bogdan. They're going to trade Capella. Jalen Johnson's hurt. Like, these are teams that they should dominate. I'll go ahead and give you a minute here.
Give me a minute as I process the fact that I'm finna get a divorce. Dave Clive, Turkey Jive, Heaton 5.
You know ball. That's right, baby.
Who you calling baby?
That's just something.
White men be bold, ain't it?
You feel me? Whoa there now.
It's just something I say.
What year in that? I know. We'll talk to you too now. You're my girl. You feel me? But yeah, this shit here, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just not into it, bro. Like, I try to like invest myself because you know what I mean. Like, it's postseason basketball. It's supposed to be fun, but like, this isn't fun for me anymore. Here's something that we can do. How much of this is like fluke run? How much of this is the experience or pedigree of Spo, Bam, and to a lesser extent Tyler triumphant, like battle tested to an extent, know how to win these type of games? And how much of this are you giving credit to kind of like these teams being asked? How much of this is you giving credit to Miami just having players or people in the building that know how to win in these situations?
Well, yeah, the Heat are just a better team than the Bulls, to be honest. Like the Bulls, same thing. They didn't re-sign them on the offseason.
The Bulls were the 9th seed, and the Bulls beat them every game this year except for this one.
I understand that, but the Heat were favored in this game for a reason, and it's because the Bulls were sellers. They didn't re-sign DeMar. They traded Zach LaVine. Josh Giddey had a wrist injury. Like, they were favored for a reason. The Heat, at the end of the day, say what you want about the records, but they actually have multiple players who have made all-star teams before. I don't think the Bulls have a single one outside of Vucevic currently on the roster. So, I mean, yeah, to me, this was a case of beating up on a team that on paper they should beat up. That's all we saw today. And that's why if you want to be a little bit optimistic today, it's just solely because I was going to say your star guys looked well. Bam and Wiggins. Or Wiggins was okay. Bam wasn't too great. But Herro looked good. And if you want to feel good about bringing in a high draft pick if they miss the playoffs, or bringing in a John Morant or a Trae Young to play next to Herro, you want to at least feel relatively good about Herro. And if Herro can continue strong games like he did tonight, well, then okay, you can at least feel good about that going forward. But if he played like shit and you brought in John Morant, well, I'm going to say, great. Now John Morant's running mate is someone who's shit. But if Herro can play well for the rest of the postseason, then okay, I'll admit that he's a decent player.
I think we're well past like calling him a decent player. Tyler Herro's a good basketball player. Like I think I don't know if people don't hear.
He's not a good postseason player. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, maybe, but like he's a good basketball player. Like I don't know if people don't hear us say that enough, or people don't listen when we do say it. But he's a good basketball player. It's just you said bring my wife on the show. You got to spell her last name right first, brother. Like that's not how you spell my last name. New, how much credit are you giving this to like them teams being bad, dumb luck versus like Miami has people in the building that know how to win these games?
I think it's she going so crazy with it. She is cooking them like she in her Dwayne Wade bag of tricks. Yeah, there you go, PG1.
He said,
I think it's a little bit of both.
No.
It's hard to beat a team 4 times in a row. Especially in like a do or die game. Like I just feel like games like this, you know, you get off to a bad start and it's just like the snowball effect, like it's the avalanche. Like it's hard to get back in it. And then they have been here before, so that experience, like I hate to say I agree with Ant, but you know, I don't think they're a better team than Chicago by far, but I do think the fact that the play-in has become the Miami Heat Invitational bodes better for our guys than theirs. Like they've been in this position since the inception of the play-in tournament, so they're very much so comfortable in this, you know, arena. So it's a little, I don't know. I don't think this is indicative of Miami being good or anything like that. This is one game.
It ain't about them being good. It's about them being familiar. And it's about them being comfortable. And that is kind of what I believe was the deciding factor tonight. Like Miami felt like the more prepared team for the moment. And like I know some of these young guys in Chicago have been in this before, but we got players who have like thrived in this scenario and have seen like this catapult them into deep playoff runs. So they believe, you know what I mean, that this is an opportunity for them. They look at this as an opportunity. And I think you're going to see a similar effect in Atlanta. While you got guys like Trae who've been in this scenario before, they play a lot of young guys and a lot of guys like George Niang. Like, it's tough. Like, I saw Atlanta in that play-in game, bro, versus Orlando. They did not look ready to compete with anybody for anything. And I think that's going to carry over, and you're going to end up seeing Miami kind of, I don't know, stumbling into that. Let's talk a little bit about the next game, though. Tonight, we didn't get really any significant performances from any of our role players. I don't know. Did you see any role player that you particularly liked tonight? Maybe Davion Mitchell?
Yeah, I did. But you got to give me a second here.
Are you looking for those Hassan Whiteside highlights?
No, I am not. But that's actually a great idea. Let me pull that up real quick.
No, don't do that.
No, I'm pulling up something much worse than that. I don't know if you saw this. So I just kind of wanted to get your thoughts on this. To be honest, we're good in the East, man. What do you think about that?
I think Kobe
Justin
rolling over in his grave.
Justin, I was about to say something so crazy, dog.
Yeah, get this.
You can't lob stuff up like that to me, dog.
Haywood Highsmith. had a block so nasty on a driving Kobe.
Go ahead, Justin. Do whatever you want to do. Bro.
He just absolutely made.
Yeah,
you know what? I'm gonna let you have it, bit dog. But if he keeps on with this bullshit, I'm just ending this shit.
Bro, listen to me.
Royal, check the private chat.
The last thing I'm gonna do is defend Ant DiNardo.
That's bad even for you.
That is terrible. I can't.
Oh shit!
I'm not proud of myself for that one. I
don't worry about it.
That was low of me. That was crazy.
I'm proud enough of you for the both of us. That shit, that's coming. Oh shit! Yeah, but nah, Ant, I ain't gonna hold you. If you ever disrespect Kobe Bryant like that again, bro, I'm giving you the people's elbow on camera. Like, and people gonna know. We're gonna have video evidence of that. No, I'd rather not.
I thought Hayward was good tonight, man.
I think Hayward was fine tonight. Like, but no, I had to slander him with that again. I just think the only good role player tonight was Davion Mitchell. No, did you find any interest in anybody else's game tonight? I know that boy Andrew Wiggins had 20 points on 20 shots. I don't know if that's your speed, but
shoot. Davion is an assist grifter. I'll be eating a gummy right now.
Sure.
They don't have no drugs in it. It's like a gummy bear. That's how much I don't care about this. Davion Mitchell, our peep your game.
Yeah.
You want assists.
Yeah.
You pass open wide open layups and jump shots, and you do that stupid jump pass. Like, oh no, this is gonna make my assists look better. You can't trick me. Haywood Highsmith, I know what you got that damn elbow sleeve on. Bro, Jaime Jaquez got in the game and shot a garbage time air ball. That ball went under the net. Like,
I was gonna mention that air ball was enough to make Royal enjoy this game after everything Herro did.
I know this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna let you niggas keep getting that narrative off about me. I told y'all months ago that I was done with the Tyler Herro slander. And to my credit, I have not really slandered Tyler Herro at all this year. And niggas still want to hold on to that. Like, I'm not slandering Tyler Herro. I did not enjoy his game tonight. I just understand who he is, and I'm living in that truth. People choose to continue to live in delusion about Tyler Herro. I'm not. So when I tell you guys the truth, it seems like something else because you're living in delusion about who he is. The end. Niggas think that this 38 points is who he's going to be in playoff series. And I'm here to tell you he will not be.
What 38 points?
Lou, I'm afraid to refresh this page because it might all be gone. Is he like the all-time leader in play-in points scored in history?
He's out with all of us because they don't exist.
The world will never know. Say Buddy Hill saved me? No. Buddy Hill will not save you. Now Tyler finna carry us to the finals. You with Ant? Okay. You gonna be with Ant too, kicked off of the stage. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't say all that.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I swear to God, like, I really don't have nothing to talk about when it comes to this team. I don't feel anything differently. I don't feel excited about the next game, because I feel like Miami's going to win it. I actually know Miami's going to win the game against Atlanta, and so like, part of me is like preparing for a 5 to 6 game series versus Cleveland. The other part of me is just like resigned to the fact that this is the team that I'm choosing to root for, a team that is comfortable in mediocrity. And does none of that play into like your brain when you're thinking about them winning and losing games, like how this team has decided to be a middle of the road team?
Yeah, well, kind of my mindset with all of that is obviously I've made my stance very clear. I would prefer to have the pick, but kind of the way I look at it is go out there, try to win every game. The players are going to do that anyways, obviously, and whatever happens, because we really can't adequately judge what should have happened until 10 years from now. And we look back in hindsight, because who's to say we missed the playoffs this year and draft a Hall of Famer with the pick? Or who's to say we make the playoffs and draft a Hall of Famer with our 2026 pick? Like, you never know. I know Ethan brings up the example all the time, and it's a great one. In 2003, last game of the season, Heat versus Raptors. Loser gets the number 4 pick. I'm sure Heat fans back then were pissed that they won. But obviously the Raptors got Dwayne Wade, the Heat got Chris Bosh. You can go back to the 30-11 season. You had 13-0 Carl White. Heat fans were mad. The Heat got Bam Adebayo that draft at 14. So, the draft is a crapshoot. Obviously, you have better odds getting a star player the higher up you are in the draft. That's why I understand the point of tanking. But at the end of the day, you never know. Try to win every game. Let fate decide. And that's just kind of how I approach my mindset these games.
No, I ain't gonna hold you. You know, right? Fucking now, you know. Are the Heat winning the championship?
No.
That's all I need to damn it know. I don't need to know much else about the other games. Lose.
No, I agree, but I'm saying, like, we say that, but let's say the Heat do draft a Hall of Famer in 2026. We're going to look back and say, oh, thank God they made the playoffs. Otherwise, we would have picked in 25 instead of 26. We don't know. That's just my point. It helps keep me sane when I watch these games. Is just, we don't know.
Yeah, 10 years down the line, brother, who knows if I'm going to be watching Miami Heat basketball? I might not even care. I care about right now. I live for today. All right?
Bro, I don't even know if I got another 10 years. You talking about?
This is what I'm saying. Like, as somebody who's kind of invested a large portion of my life into enjoying this team's basketball, understanding that they are okay with mediocrity just kind of makes the product lose its luster for me, bro. Like, it just makes it – I'm less inclined to be invested in a team that I know isn't invested in kind of like the goals that they're selling. And that's what it feels like with this team.
Yeah, well, I also agree with you. I think the whole point of planning from 10 years from now is stupid. That's why when you had Jimmy Butler, I was all in building around him. I was in for trading Tyler, trading Jovic, trading Jaime to get whatever you can to be better. That's part of the reason I want Kevin Durant next year. Will he be enough to win the championship? No, probably not. But shit, it makes you closer next year because I'm not trying to sit here and wait year after year after year trying to find the perfect prospect. Next thing you know, Bam Adebayo is 35 and ringless. So I'm still with you on that. But when it comes to tanking for the draft, we don't know. That's a crapshoot. But in free agency and trades, yeah, go ahead. Try to win right now.
Well, it's more so about like process. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand like they may not be in an era where they can win the championship right now, but they can set themselves up for future success. And I feel like they kind of muddy that when they do shit like win right now. Like, I think a draft pick this year is a better setup for them to potentially contend in the Bam era because then you have a couple of young assets in the building that may be entertaining. There's a cost-controlled assets that you can have in the building now as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, kicking that can down the road for the instant gratification of winning a playoff game.
I agree.
I get what you're saying Ant, about the draft being the crapshoot, and you're right. But the NBA is the league that has shown us it's the easiest to build a contender through the draft in this league. Football, it don't matter how many draft picks you get right. If you miss on that quarterback, it don't matter. And historically, first round picks bust at a higher rate than every other. Like, majority of your team's gonna be built through rounds 3 through 7, and you undrafted free agents. So yes, I get the draft is a crapshoot, but I don't understand how you could watch teams like OKC. Like, yeah, I get it. They didn't draft Shea. They traded for him. All the other guys on that team that really matter, like Lou Dort, they drafted Lou Dort. Like Jalen Williams, I know it's 2 niggas named Jalen, but they drafted both of them Jalen niggas. Like Boston, yeah, okay, they traded for Drew and Derek White, but the 2 best players on Boston, they drafted Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And the reason they've been able to continue to build and trade and tinker with that roster is because they had 2 guys of that quality, lottery picks, who came in and fit the bill. So yes, I get it. The draft is a crapshoot, but I'd much rather be crapshooting with a top 5 pick year after year than the Jaime Jaquez's and Nikola Jovic's. Like,
Miguel, you beat me to the point, brother. The 2 best players on Miami Heat right now are drafted.
It might not even be 2, Miguel. It might be the top 7 or 8. Like, list all their players and see if they were drafted or not. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
at this point, you got Andrew Wiggins, who was a number 1 overall pick, Who's your third best player?
Davion Mitchell was a top 5 pick.
Top 10. Top 10.
Somebody
He was
told
number
me, and I
9.
was disgusted. Kyle
Yeah.
Anderson was drafted.
Yeah.
Like, the best of their players were drafted players. Like, now imagine getting better drafted players. Imagine you didn't have to pick at 18 to try to get Jaime Jaquez.
Right. Imagine
And you pick,
so
like, come on. I'm sorry. Like I said, you are right. It is a crapshoot. But would you not like to shoot with better odds? Like,
well, if we all agree here. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I was just answering Royal's question about how I'm able to watch
I'm not
these
attacking
games.
you like I normally
No,
do.
It's just what you represent.
Well, and also too. Well, no, that's
Yeah,
fair. But
I
also,
hate your haircut.
even like even to make a strong argument for what you were saying, New, is if the Heat, to make it very simple for everyone, if the Heat make the playoffs, they will pick somewhere in 2026 and 2028. If they miss the playoffs, they pick in 25 and 27. But the 25 pick this year is guaranteed to be a lottery pick. So why would anybody prefer to pick in 26 and 28, where neither of them would be lottery picks, when you can pick in 25 and 27, and this year is guaranteed to be a lottery pick? All these people scared about losing the protections is stupid, because it forces the front office to try to be competitive and not sit on their hands and knees and run it back every year. So that's why, from every angle, I want to miss the playoffs.
So here's another kind of like side to that coin. Right now, you're sitting on at least a top 11 pick, right? Like that's what you're looking at if Miami misses the playoffs in this year. And let's say, for instance, they do make the playoffs, whatever, and then they get their 26th pick. I do not anticipate the Miami Heat being as bad as they were this year next year. I just don't see it happening. Even if they bring back the exact same roster that they have right now, they will be a better team next year than they will this year. And that 2026 pick, as opposed to being the top 11 pick, will be 18, 19, or 20. That's what it's going to be.
How can you say that, though, if you run it back? I don't know. I can't be confident they're not just as bad next year. I really can't.
Well, they kind of put this thing together midstream. Like I give that Jimmy shit just as much credence as everybody else did. Like, him being in that locker room early in this season affected their on-court thing. We've all acknowledged that as soon as Jimmy left, we got a different version of Bam. We got a different version of kind of like this team without Jimmy Butler. Now that they've had a chance to settle into kind of what that is, I just don't think that they'll have the slow start that they had at the beginning. You pick up 2-3 games here and there. Like, I feel like Miami is a different team.
It's a playing team, though, still, nonetheless.
Yeah, a 7 seed, but not a, you know what I'm saying, not a 10 seed. And they could potentially be a 6 seed. Like, who knows? Like, Detroit's the 6 seed right now.
Sure. Well, and the Heat, hopefully they feel compelled to make some moves this offseason is all.
Hopefully, but it only takes a little bit of tinkering. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I feel like next year's team is going to be better, and therefore the draft pick, the compensation that you'll get from the unprotected pick, is going to be in line with the same conversation that y'all been having for years. People don't want Miami's picks because they're always late in the draft type shit. It's going to be the same thing next year, bro. Like, they're going to be in the same range of team next year. 48 minutes, good enough for me. Let's talk about this next game a little bit. We got the Atlanta Hawks. New, we're going to start with you tonight. Your girl feeling good?
I don't care.
I know. Answer the question anyway.
No.
Okay. And the boy feeling good?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be particularly close. I think they're going to dominate them again and get into the play.